Eagles alter migration routes to avoid conflict-ravaged Ukraine. Amidst the escalating conflict in Ukraine, researchers have discovered a profound impact on the migratory patterns of eagles soaring through the war-torn region. GPS data reveals that greater spotted eagles have drastically altered their flight paths to avoid areas engulfed in conflict, undertaking arduous detours and foregoing crucial rest stops. Extended journeys, depleted energy reserves. These detours have significantly lengthened the eagles' arduous journeys to their breeding grounds in southern Belarus. The added distance, coupled with fewer rest stops, has likely depleted their energy reserves, leaving them potentially vulnerable during the critical breeding season. It's akin to running a marathon without water breaks, explains Charlie Russell of the University of East Anglia, co-author of the study. Then, at the finish line, being asked to run an additional 7 or 8 miles. Delayed breeding, compromised survival. Beyond the physical exertion, the altered migration routes may also delay breeding. Exhausted eagles may require extended recovery periods before commencing nesting, potentially impacting the survival chances of any offspring. The conflict may also disrupt prey availability, further jeopardizing the young raptor's well-being. Data analysis and path alterations. Reporting in the journal Current Biology, Russell and colleagues analyzed GPS data from 19 greater spotted eagles migrating through Ukraine in March and April 2022, shortly after the Russian invasion. These routes were compared to 65 migrations recorded from 20 birds in 2018 to 21. The findings indicate that the eagles extended their flight paths by an average of 53 miles, 85 kilometers, after the invasion's onset. One eagle, notably, extended its route by an additional 155 miles. The journeys took an average of 55 hours longer, with male eagles exhibiting slower flight speeds than before the conflict. Reduced stopovers, military activity avoidance. Pre-conflict, 90% of the eagles made stopovers in Ukraine. Post-invasion, however, only 32% did so, and some sites were entirely avoided. The team identified a correlation between the greatest deviations from direct paths and areas experiencing heavy military activity. Response to sporadic events. Intriguingly, the eagles' responses to the conflict appeared to vary. While some, like Borovets, continued to fly over Kiev despite intense fighting, others, such as Denisa, drastically altered their paths after encountering explosions and battles near the city's outskirts. The detours seem to have been spontaneous reactions to specific events, Russell explains. It's not as though the birds were monitoring news reports to determine where to fly. Potential underestimation, post-conflict support. Russell cautions that the study may underestimate the conflict's impact, as some eagles may also face stressors during the breeding season. Nonetheless, the findings underscore the urgent need to monitor these populations and provide support post-conflict. We may not be able to intervene immediately, Russell notes, but understanding these pressures is crucial for supporting the recovery of greater spotted eagle populations and the broader ecosystem. Ethical implications of warfare on animals. Dr. Josh Milburn, a philosopher at Loughborough University, highlights the study's contribution to understanding the ethical implications of warfare on animals. While wild animals may occasionally benefit from human conflicts, the research echoes previous findings that war overwhelmingly harms them, affecting conservation efforts and individual animal welfare.